Now you hear me. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of, well, what used to be called the FPV Livestream back in the day. That was when we used to do this all the time. But, yeah, today me and Winston are going to go ahead and do a full Shendrones Squirt build. I saw somebody ask if this was the one that got dunked in the river. It's not. It's a different one that got dunked in a river. But it's not the one. Not the one that I dunked when I was getting the thumbnail. We need a camera on you for your reactions. We'll figure it out eventually. But, is it still muted? No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just build this all the way from the ground up. I actually tore this whole squirt down about 5 minutes before the stream because it needed a new frame. One of the arms was broken, so we're going to dive into all the components that we've got here. First of all, we've got the Shendrones Squirt frame. This is the V2 version. It hasn't changed in so long, which is great because then you can kind of standardize over something and not have to mess around with stuff too much. You can see that it's got the two struts across the sides that help hold the duct from spinning in place, and then the two little bits on the arm are thicker than in the version 1, so this whole thing doesn't break nearly as much, though sometimes it does. And then we've got two big old squirt ducts for it. These are for like just shy of 3-inch props. I think they're technically like 75 millimeters or something like that. And that's what we're going to be doing. Then we've got the top plate and a bunch of little standoffs and everything. We don't need to worry about those too much. Then for the flight controller, we're going to use the T-Motor F7 HD flight controller. It's got a plug direct for the DJI Digital FPV air unit, which is what I use for everything on these. And then it's also got a direct plug for the for the T-Motor flight controller, ESC, but we don't have a T-Motor ESC because we're sponsored by Hobbywing. So here's the Hobbywing 60 amp G3 speed controller. Awesome thing. Love that thing. It's absolutely bulletproof, and we'll have to make a little bit of a wiring harness to go from that thing to the T-Motor F7. Then, of course, we're using the DJI Digital FPV air unit. We've got everything hooked up for the camera already, and then we're using some True RC AXI antennas, just what I had on there already. Just those, they're the best antennas in the game. So all of that coming together is what we're going to be assembling today. So let's go ahead and dive on into the build. First place I usually start with squirts is getting the speed controller mounted onto the frame, and then we'll put the motors directly onto the speed controller. So on this frame, we have different spots for mounting 20 by 20 stacks. And because we have the DJI Digital FPV system, we actually want to put the whole stack at the very nose of the drone, and then put the DJI Air unit towards the back. So that way we can actually fit all of this stuff into the same frame, if that makes sense. So you should be able to put the ESC at the, because there's 30 by 30s all the way at the nose too. So like push it all the way to the front. Or the back. Well, that's not 30 by 30 though, is it?
This is 30 by 30.
No, but the holes for... oh, yeah, you got it. I'm sorry. And then the air unit should fit in front of that. Or you'll have to turn the flight or the ESC around because of those big tabs, or put it sideways, yeah. And then put the... yeah, it usually comes out the back like that. So it's a bit of a tight fit, but it should go. At least it does in my other ones.
Yeah, well, I can look at you.
They're both right there on the wall. Although one of them... oh no, it's supposed to go vertically. That's right. So we might have to just do the VHB system for this. I don't know if that's actually a V2. I definitely don't have all the V2 pieces with me. So, well, we might have to get a little clever, but that's okay. We could do like a little bit VHB on the side of the air unit and then some on the top, and that'll kind of hold it down. But I don't know if I have those long standoffs anywhere. So, we'll figure it out. Is it Winston's first build? Savagery, guys. That's mean. I see a lot of people commenting from where they're at in the world. Spain, Poland, Czech Republic. Awesome. Where are the pants? Nah, we're not doing this again today, guys. Jeez. You guys are weird. Oh, jeez, I keep messing up the framing here. Sorry about that. Liquid FX says, love you, bro. All of the parts for this build are linked in the description. Within some amount of consistency, it's not exactly the same as what we're building with, because the different things are in stock, or I'm using like older stuff, but it's all going to be within a percentage the same thing, so don't you worry. 124 people watching. Welcome. Why don't you use the Cadex Vista? Well, we could use the Cadex Vista. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've got Cadex Vistas here. Let me grab one. You'll see my awesome DRL champion flight suit. Different pants, but same attitude.
And do you have standoff screws that go the whole way up, or are they just on the bottom only?
Standoff screws that go the whole way up.
Through the ESC and the flight controller?
Some snips. I've never built a drone with a Cadex Vista. Funny story. Do the Cadex Vistas do control too? Oh, yeah, they do. Okay.
I will need a capacitor finally have them on up here.
We don't need it for 4S. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're using the Cadex Vista instead of the regular air unit. This one only has 4 wires on it right now. We'll have to put the other 2 on, which are for the control. So, because we're going to use the actual DJI controller. So we're going to use it as a receiver as well. How are your arms still there? Really freaking some people out with that. Let's see. Scrolling through chat, sorry guys. How many drones have you built, Nurk? More than 300, less than 500. Somewhere in there, I would guess. Yeah, everybody be sure to smash that like button. See if we can get some more people to stop by. What's up? This is Sweet. Just built the V2 with JHE-MCU AIO 35 amp F4 Tyro 79 1607 2800 kV ESG and Nano 225 to 400 milliwatt Hexa blade 3-inch with your tune, and it flies fantastic. You rock. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, we just had did that screen die there, Winston?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I'm gonna find a 12-volt source for it. Stand by, guys. We're dealing with some issues with Winston's camera, but we'll be back. I always forget where these things are. Here, do you need this light?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay. Why do I always lose these? I buy like 18 of them at a time.
Grabbing off one of these lights.
I don't want to. Alright, we'll do it.
Nips for zip ties.
Yeah. I thought you were going to toss it. I was like closing my eyes, like, oh god. Anyway, working on it. Kyla, come here. Up. Good boy. Come. You say hi? Right here. Right there, that camera. You're not very good at this. Okay, what are we saying here? Scrolling. I sent you a message from your website contact form regarding an official emu flight product. You interested in taking a look? I got it. I've sent it to my partnership manager, and we will be in touch. Scrolling. I have the TS100, but mine doesn't have the updated firmware. Mine, you're back. Thanks. Mine doesn't have an old version either, I don't think. Who's soldering? Winston. How are your arms still there? Awesome. Winston is the hands. Winston is the soldering, the magic. What's the biggest all-in-one board that you know of and recommend? What do you mean biggest? I guess the biggest all-in-one board I know of is probably like in a 747 or something. I absolutely hate the frame on my HDL-RC Veyron 3. Could I just transplant components into a squirt frame? Spencer. Yes. Dauntless FPV. Stop sapitalizing off of Winston. He's doing all the work. That's not in question, but I'm doing all the paying, so... I use Nherx Tune on my analog squirt. Perfect. Will this be 4S or 6S? This is going to be 4S. I'm going to be doing a 6S version before too long. Does that include rebuilds? So we're talking about my count of builds? Probably. But like if I'm going to do a rebuild, it's going to be like a rebuild. Like we're going to redo the whole thing. What's your opinion on the Reptile Cloud 149? I don't know. I was happy to see your 12S video. Good. That was fun. Okay, so Winston is working on the Caddx Vista. You want to punch that in a little bit? Working on the Caddx Vista and showing off, wiring up all of the extra plugs that we need, or the extra cables for the control. So this Caddx Vista came out of a build that wasn't using DJI for control, and so he added 2 new wires on to be used as the S-Bus connection to the flight controller. It's going to be awesome. I see Dion B asks, what's the go-to budget beginner 5-inch right now? Have I got a video coming for you? Can you hand me the new build? It's like a left high, yeah. So I'm working on a full build video for this guy right here. This is a, actually here, you want to put it on this camera? That'd be smart. It's going to be a full 5-inch build that costs just about $200. Full 4S capable TBS Source 1 Xylo components, literally every single thing about it, building it. And I'm going to take it out, put a GoPro on it, and show you the awesome footage that you can get out of it. So be excited. I was aiming to have this video on Wednesday, but I don't think I'm going to have it ready by then. So maybe Friday, maybe Monday. Be excited.
Stand-off screws that are long?
What?
Long stand-off screws and Caddx Vistas.
Why long? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant standoffs. Not
There you go. And then the Caddx Vista has a smaller, not the 3.
Oh, it is VHB at the bottom. Okay. Still scrolling through chat. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I'm sorry. The relationship you have with Winston seems pretty awesome on camera and off camera. I hope to edit for someone like you one day soon. Awesome. What's your favorite place to fly in Indiana? Depends on what I'm doing, I guess. I put an external logger on my 3-inch toothpick today. There wasn't any room, so I'm gluing it to the rear arms. Woo. Skadoosh is here. Hey, sneak peek noise party. Did you use my discount code at GetFPV? I did not. Sorry. I used my own discount code. Hello, yo, boys. Do you think that the TVS Tango 2 Pro is a first radio? Winston, what do you think about the TVS Tango 2?
As a first radio, definitely. It's a great, compact, all-in-one setup. No complaints.
Winston likes it. He's got one. I've got a Tango 2 non-pro. He's got a Tango 2 Pro. Individual ESCs are still available? You know, that's a good point. But they're actually cheaper. Like, each of those ESCs was like $7. Where a 4-in-1 is, like, the cheap ones are like still $45. So 7 times 4 is 28. So you can save a $12, $13 if you go with individual ESCs. It's a little bit more work to build, but you save $12. That's that's buy 4 get 1 free at that point. You know. Motors are right there in front of you.
Oh, new ones?
Yep. Yeah, so these motors are some test motors that I'm trying. They're 3100 kV, so they're a little bit lower kV than I usually want for a squirt. So I'm wondering if this might be like a 5S squirt. We'll see. Winston needs his own microphone. Yeah, we're gonna. So first of all, I need Winston to move to Indianapolis. Then second, we're gonna do these live streams more often. Once he's up here, it's too much of a logistical nightmare to invest in the whole live streaming setup and then not know when we're gonna stream. Also, I'm having a kid in like 13 days, so yeah. I guess he technically does have a microphone here. I'll try turning on the cam link.
I know there was echo
Was there
last
an
time.
echo last time?
Yeah.
Go ahead and let's just go ahead and try it. You guys let me know what you think if his mic is on right now.
All right, how we doing over there, guys? Is it a nice little echo for you, or can you hear me all right?
Scrolling back into chat. What's your favorite VTX? The DJI Air unit, I guess. Hey, Nurk, you know the antenna front handmade antennas from Germany? No, I don't. Go for Radio Master TX16S. I think he's referring to like beginner radios. I've heard a lot of good things. I've not tried them. Do you use the Unify Pro 32 for the 1 watt? I have used the Unify Pro 32. That's probably my favorite analog VTX. Tiny Echo, it's not bad. No biggie. Hey Winston, how you doing? Nurk echoes, Winston doesn't. What?
What was that?
It sounded better before. What do you guys... Tiny echo, little static, echo coming from Nurk's mic. Paula's echo. Alright, I'll mute Winston when we need a question from him. Until we need a question from him. So yeah, but we're using Brother Hobby 1507 3100 kV motors. Winston is just currently hooking them up. He's put the speed controller onto really long standoffs. Can you show us how long the standoffs are? The standoffs are going to go all the way to the top of the frame just about, and that's going to give us room to build the flight controller and speed controller into the same stack. We've got some spacers that we'll put between the ESC and the flight controller that will keep them from touching each other and shorting out. But yeah, it's good. Like Nurk the Overlord. Too much reverb. Hi from Hungary. Wow. Awesome. Nurk sounds like he's talking into a fan. Hello, it's good to talk to you. Do you know if TrueRC is making the new X-Squared Air? I do not know one way or another. What individual ESC would you recommend for a 6S Shendrone thick? Individual? I've been using the Slim 32. What are those things? I got them on Pyrodrone. They're just like slim 40 amp ESCs that have LEDs in them. They're great. I've really liked them. Hi Nurk from the Mitten, aka Michigan, and Winston. Using Thread Locker? No, not right now. I go back and add Thread Locker if stuff starts falling off. If I'm gonna be honest with you. What flight controller would you recommend for a Spectrum transmitter? Any. I'm just north of the Mitten in Canada. Nice. What's the range of the Tango? With 200 milliwatts, I've seen people go like at least 2 miles. I mean, it's nuts. For freestyle, TBS Crossfire RX or DJI controlled. Depends on what controller you want to use. Have you tried anything like the FPV Cycle 2204 motors on the Cinewhoop? No. I've heard good things, though. Because Kebab, that's FPV Cycle is Kebab, right? Yeah, he is doing some cool stuff. I've heard good things. Uh-oh. Who is it? We might need to answer it.
Joe.
Oh, never mind. Hopefully he's not watching. Nurk needs a hiking shoe endorsement. Yeah, now we're talking. I want a pants partner, preferably Eddie Bauer, and a shoe partner, preferably Merrill. Thoughts about a 7-inch cruiser? Definitely the Project 399 Super G Plus. What would you with Ghost, Tracer, or X-Fire? Definitely Crossfire. Those motors are super smooth. Tristan Stokes, because he's going places. Nice, Private Island. I have the 4S and 6S versions. Nice. Have you heard of Jack's 3D printing? His Cinewhoop frames are sick. No, I've not heard about that. Both running 4-inch props. Love them both. What? What? If you're gonna, all right. I just got here and kind of freaked out when you were drinking and the hands was building. I have 4 arms. That's the secret to my success. All right, so Winston's got 3 out of 4 motors on. He's working on the 4th right now. And once we get all of those motors on, we're going to then route the wires. And with the Squirt V2, it's kind of a little weird because like normally like all of the wires are roughly the same length. But on this, it's a little bit different. So we've kind of got to be a little bit more careful about how we line those up. And then with the ducts, we also want to make sure that the arms can kind of like run out under the arm and then come back over to get underneath the edge of the duct. So you got to leave a little bit of extra slack. Octo-nerk. Well, it'd be hexa-nerk. Doc-ock. Nerk doc. Nerk doc-ock. Let's see. I just watched your video on the Monster 10-inch Super G frame. That had me so nervous. That was wicked fast. Flying it anymore. I've flown it a few times since then, but mostly that one was for the build. It was a fun build. Any starter FPV kits fully assembled for starters? Yeah, hit me up through my website contact, like down below. You can find my contact info. I'll get you some links to some stuff that you can buy fully ready to start. But in the quick version is get the Catalyst Machine Works Bang God Nerk Edition. Are the Emax Eco 1300 kV any good? I don't know about the 1300. I've used the Emax Eco for some other stuff, and I was surprised how good they were. How can I convince my girlfriend to let me get into FPV? Be your own man. No. I'm sorry, that was mean. What I did with my wife was I was like, I'll be outside, I'll be making friends, I'll do other stuff, and then suddenly I'm unemployed. So, I don't know if I'm really that good of an example for how to convince significant others. Winston is killing this bike like a pro. Motors on already. Build. Oh yeah, build. Suggestion for indoor DJI HD Cine Whoop Tiny Whoop, please. The Shendrones Squirt V2, just like we're building here. Links in the description. Haha. Howdy from Bulgaria. I've recently heard that you are a good RC car chaser. Yes, I definitely am that. I love chasing anything that I can. Bulgaria. Nerk with 4 hands, you should have no trouble piloting that 1 × 1 = 2 thing. 1 × 1 = 2 thing. What does that mean? I don't know. Good morning from Sydney. G'day! G'day from Sydney, fellas. Nerk looks like he needs to upgrade his screwdriver. Okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bad echo still? Maybe you're behind. I made a little notch in the duct to make room for the motor wires to stay on top of the arm. Oh, that's a good idea. Would the Sony A7S Mark III fly good on that cinema drone? Yes, it would. Especially with the Sony Catalyst stuff, it would be pretty sweet. I don't have a Sony A7S Mark III, otherwise I would do that. In 2021, 4S, 6S, 8S. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. Honestly. Use that stimulus money, bro. Nice. Would you recommend the iFlight Green Hornet? I have not tried an iFlight Green Hornet, I'm sorry. I built a Squirt V2 watching your build video. Hey, awesome. Did you already try the ProTech 35? No. 1 × 1 = 2 on the linchpin. Got it. We doing another capacitor today? Only if we get to $100 in donations. But yeah, definitely. I'll blow up anything you guys want as long as the money's right. Winston's car. Probably not the Tesla, but well, I'd blow up the Tesla if you guys got me to, Nerk would also like to check out the Cine Hobbit by ZXRC. Okay. Hello to the other person from Bulgaria. Nice. Who's the guy talking crap on the latest Rotorite video? Oh, that was, they were insinuating, I like this one. They were insinuating that you weren't great at chasing things. It was, Vanover. Vanover was in the background, not on video, talking trash. That's funny. That's really funny. You know the 8-inch Yeti from Rebel Mini Quads? I've seen it. Are there full Cinewhoop bind and fly units with goggles, just unpack and fly? Tristan, yes, definitely there are. Again, hit me up through my contact form in the description, and I'll get you hooked up with that. 4S or 6S. 4S is cheaper, and performance and availability wise the same. Yeah, I would say that 4S is a little bit cheaper for Cinewhoops especially, and the performance difference really is not very significant. So like if you're trying to save some money, 4S is fine. I still use 4S. I use 4S on set all the time. I don't have a problem with it. So, you know. I just built a Shendrones Squirt with T-Motor 1507 motors. T-Motor mini combo, HQ durable 3-inch prop, so it's a little bit different. Okay, nice. Perfect. Scrolling back. Good evening from the Czech Republic. I'm thinking about going to DJI, and I'm not sure if I should expect the V2 goggles getting released soon. Should I try getting the V1? I don't know of... I mean, I think you should get going if you want to get going, you know? Can I use your PIDs of the Shendrones Squirt, although I have a little bit of a different setup? Probably. RC Ritter donated $2 through Super Chat. Thank you, buddy. We're going for that cap. Which Cinewhoop do you recommend for real estate? Shendrones Squirt V2, just like we've got here. Hey, Nurk, I was wondering what drone you would recommend. I'm looking for a drone to use for a light freestyle medium long-range cruiser, thinking 3-inch, maybe 4. For the 4-inch category, I would go check out my video on the Flywoo Explorer LR. But what you're saying, I would say go for a 5-inch drone, and at which point you should check out the Catalyst MachineWorks Bang God Nurk Edition. You can answer... Oh, Cohen Spanson donated 5... Is that euros or pounds? I never remember. I think it's euros. Guys, I think Nurk needs a Cybertruck. The Model Y is too small for him. I mean, I wouldn't say no. And then Remy Tim donated $5. Thank you very much. Money for the blow up via overcharging the Tesla battery fund. We got a long way to go on that there. Hey Nurk, you should race Vanover on Rotor Riot for the lulz. I did. We did an episode not that long ago called we did a spicy chicken wing challenge and then raced each other, and I won very strongly. Private Island FPV $5 Canadian for helping Don Lads. Nurk, I've just set up a quad to my new TX16S. It's bound okay. Set up switches, but they're not working. Help checked in beta logged. No working. Are you sure it's bound? No, you say it's bound. Set up switches. Did you do... Is TX16S the Radio Master? Crap, I don't know anything about the Radio Master yet. I would have met... How do you know that it's bound? Prove to me that it's bound, first of all. If that makes sense. The ringer, $5. Give me that cap. We'll bust a cap for you. Have you tried a lithium-ion Cinewhoop? No. FPV seems so difficult. Just stick to 3D helicopters on my Mavic Mini and Mini 2. If you think FPV is hard, but 3D helicopters isn't, you should try FPV more. It's way easier than 3D stuff for sure. Can you do long range with 5-inch and a lithium ion? Definitely. You might want to make a lightweight lithium ion, or sorry, lightweight 5-inch drone, because lithium ions just don't have that much thrust. So otherwise you're going to be like really cranking on it. I have an idea for a video to build a 8S lithium ion setup, to where like the extra voltage has a little bit more power, but then you have like a 3 amp hour 8S lithium ion battery. I think that could be pretty sweet. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Which drone would you recommend for an entry level Cine pilot? Shendrones Squirt. Easy. Hi Nurk, do you think about the TBS Graphene LIHV battery? Are they worth to buy? Probably. I mean, TBS puts out a lot of good stuff. So Winston is currently tinning each of the motor wires. So basically, he measured out the length that each of the wires needs to be cut to fit onto the ESC, and then he took a little bit of solder and heated up both the solder and the wire at the same time to apply a coating of solder onto the wire. Excuse me. And that is what is going to make it easier for him to then solder it straight to the pad. So the pads are tinned, the wire is tinned, and then he's hitting both the pad and the wire at the same time. And if he can get good, he'll be able to get that solder on there nice and well.
One other thing, when I was doing that,
Hold on, I'll hit you up here and go.
One other thing, I don't know if anyone noticed, but when I was pre-tinning the motor wires, I made sure not to do it directly over the ESC. If you get a little ball of solder that drops down in here, it makes the magic smoke come out. So ask me how I know about that.
Don't drop solder where it don't belong. Let's see, going back into chat here. Scrolling back. 8S on 10-inch would be awesome. Would love 8S 4-in-1 ESC. There are 8S 4-in-1 ESCs. That's kind of where the idea came from. Did I miss any messages from Don Lads? It's saying telemetry found and receiver is solid. Oh, okay. Oh, Kyle Wickline donated $5. Thanks for all the help, my man. Any thoughts on the individual ESCs on the Money Shot Mini? I believe they are APD 80 amp, building a thick with 2806.5. Dude, those APD ESCs are amazing. Like, I don't use anything else for big builds like X-Class or anything. So, like, those are like, and they run ProShot 1000, so they're like the fastest updating things, and they're super strong. Like, yeah, absolutely. All those. Definitely stick with the APD. Okay, still trying to catch up with chat. I'm sorry, guys. There is someone from Banggood here. They've answered you, but it will be like 53 days to arrive as per normal. Be patient. What's your opinion on the slammed squirts? Do they fly better? No Cinewhoop flies well, in my opinion. Like really well. So like, it's like putting lipstick on a pig, you know. It's, you can make it look a little bit better, but at the end of the day, real steady is all that matters. So, gosh, this scroll does not work very well. I can't wait to experience flying a drone with FPV headset, dude. It's gonna blow your mind. First, I still remember the first time I flew a Cinewhoop or a drone with a headset. It just was, oh, so good. Sorry if I'm not getting to your messages, guys, or questions. If I miss a question, feel free to just hit that super chat button. I'll definitely see it then because it makes a big notification. I'm trying to keep up, but I'm actually having trouble today, which is great. I love that you guys are all here. 213 of you. That's amazing. No pressure, Winston. So Winston is still soldering the wires onto the ESC from the motors. Looks like he's wrapping some of the ones around from the back to keep them running down the arms. I've not done that in the past, but I like that idea. And then the other ones are just more or less going straight on. Again, with a little bit of slack to just let it run underneath the edge of the ducts. I don't have one made. So top, the XT60s are right there. Yep. And then heat shrink is in the same drawer that I got the standoffs out of. Yep. Yeah.
Actually remember your stuff.
What?
I'm surprised I remembered where
3D Cinewhoop? No, I don't. I wonder if that would even fly. We could try it. I'm still catching up, guys. I'm sorry. Good timing. I'm building one of those next week. Nice. Which goggles are best for entry? Depends on what you want to do. If you're going analog, like to stay really cheap, go with the Fat Shark Recon goggles. And if you're going to be in it for a long time, just go straight to DJI, in my opinion. The magic smoke of pain and agony. What config of Cinewhoop would carry a full-size GoPro 8.9 for the longest flight times? Those are kind of it's kind of a juxtaposition in terms. The you're not going to get good flight times out of a Cinewhoop in the first place, so you know, you're going to get a difference of like maybe 20-30 seconds. Ugh, my scrolling is so, like, every time I scroll in the chat box, it just like jumps me to the bottom. It's really obnoxious. So I'm missing some of your guys' messages. I'm sorry. I'll just skip to current and try to stay current here. Wait, motor box is in shot. Yes, okay, so that was a Brother Hobby 1507 3100 kV motor. It's a little bit lower so like usually I want to be like the 3400 3500 kV, but I wanted to try a lower kV, see if I get any more like flight times, efficiency, cooler motor temps, all that. But I'm guessing that this drone will probably want to be more like a 5S kind of thing, so we'll see. All of the parts that we're using are 5S capable, so, and 6S technically. What's the best mode to fly on for a noob? Just go straight for acro. Or acro trainer, maybe. Don Les, I'm sorry I can't help you more right now. If you want to shoot me a message through my website, I'll try to, we can connect offline, and then you can like send me some pictures and stuff, which would be really helpful. The new Shendrones you have been testing are amazing. Yes, the Sicario are sweet. Noob here. What makes a Cinewhoop a Cinewhoop? Well, that's a good question. I would say a Cinewhoop is just any smaller drone, so smaller than 5-inch, that carries a GoPro or HD camera of some sort, and then has protection around the motors. So whether it's a bumper or a cage or something like that, that combination of things makes it a Cinewhoop, in my opinion. Maybe. I don't know. Recon our booty. Really? Yeah. I like the Recons. Axie HD upgrade for DJI goggles worth it? Absolutely. Thanks for the answers. Anytime. I have a Recon V3 for my first goggles and then just upgraded to Attitude V5 a few weeks ago. It's like a night and day difference. Yes, but the Attitude V somethings are like, what, $300 instead of $100? So you got to kind of figure out, like, if people are going for beginner, go for beginner. What's Acro Trainer? It's full acro mode, except you can't roll it over, so it'll keep you from like just spiking into the ground. It's a mode in Betaflight somewhere. How'd you get your first FPV job? What was my first FPV job? Let me think about that for a second. Is this an old batch of ESCs you have? Mine have the XT60 with the black cover that snaps in. It is an old ESC that I have. Also, this is not the ESC that comes with it. That one's since been retired, so this is just a new one from the box, a new XT60. What is your opinion on the Orca? The only Orca I tried were pre-production, and they were terrible then. Like, they couldn't even get them to like turn on for me. So now, that being said, that was pre-production. It was like the first set in the United States, so it's just, yeah. But but again, I'm also using HDO's V1, like, so I'm old on analog goggles right now. I got the motors on 4100 kV. I think you'll be okay with that, Anthony. Bumper, cage, or duct? Definitely duct, in my opinion. Do you have any recommendation videos on how to connect a Crossfire Mini to your radio? I don't know if I do. And it also depends on what radio you have. Do you have any air mode is on. Where is Spencer from? Try to catch up with chat. Why did no one tell me that the DJI goggles are not being produced anymore? Is that true? I didn't know about that. What is your thought process for tuning a Cinewhoop? Go to my old Cinewhoop, copy, paste. That's my thoughts. I just don't do it anymore. When will you visit to India? I'd love to visit India, but I don't have any plans to. Any DJI V2 goggle theories or hopes? I have no speculations. So Winston has wired up and tinned up the XT60 as well as the leads that are going into it. He's put heat shrink over the end, and now he's using a heat gun to shrink down the heat shrink over top of the wire to protect the ends of the wire on the XT60 from shorting out against each other or something else.
Do you have a preference left or right for the battery?
I do not have a preference. I think I typically go right. So Winston is going to then take the XT60 and run it out the right side of the drone because we can't go out the back the same way that we would normally be able to. So he's going to kind of cut like one part of it shorter, then then strip it both back, and then then tin up the wires and then hook them on so that they're kind of fitting on those tabs, pushing out to the right side of the drone. I'm gonna just make a quick change here. Are you still a part of Rotor Riot? Yes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Seen you there, and all of a sudden you did the solo thing. Was that because of the vid? What? You'll have to ask that another way, Liquid. I'm not sure what you mean. Proper ducks if you want performance, prop guards if you want quiet. Yeah, that's true. Why nobody builds 5-inch quad with prop protectors for adventures in forest or similar? Because it gets heavy. Like the bigger the drone is, the more weight that you need to actually surround the prop, all that stuff. So that makes it really hard to do that. Get some helping hands. Lifted Media, Mr. Greg Ekman. He says, tell Winston I've got a client looking for a hand model. You're unmuted.
Heyo.
I don't know why you'd want those hands. I know where they've been. Scrolling back. Yo, what up, Nerk? How come you found racing on the DRL sim so tough this year? God, I don't know, man. I trained, I practiced, I tried to figure it out. I just I can't keep up with the guys that have 2,000 hours, right? So like, Amari and Heads Up, like they've put in, before I ever got involved with the sim to like the competitive level, we're like 2,000 hours deep, whereas I was maybe 100 hours deep. And so like, I'm at a very significant disadvantage just from the beginning. And then it's like, okay, now go ahead and compete with the best guys in the world. Okay. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Hey guys, I see that there's 212 people watching, but only 99 likes. What's going on? Get in there. Hit that like button. I hope the DJI V2 make live streaming easier. We're gonna do some live streaming here as soon as we get this built, actually. So we'll fly it around the house, chase the dogs, all that stuff. There are huge FPV groups who would love to meet you. I assume that's in India, based on your name. I thought you had 10 arms when he was soldering this. Yes. That's how good I am. That's actually my penis. Is that good at soldering? I shouldn't say stuff like that on live streams. Do you have a good question for sub 250G cinematic drone due to the rules in the EU? Flywoo. Flywoo Explorer LR with their naked GoPro would be the perfect sub 250 thing. Oh gosh. When are you going to visit Hawaii? When am I going to visit Hawaii again, you mean?
Love to go back to Maui.
Yeah, me and Winston want to go back. So sometime soon. I don't think I can right now, legally. Should make some sub 250 stickers. I would love one for. You should make some sub 250 gram stickers. Would love one for my 2 kilogram 10-inch. That's funny. Where can I buy your backpack? What backpack? What does it mean when my AIO flight controller continually does the first 3 startup beeps in a loop? What? You messed that up. What's the average weight with batteries? Are you able to make it sub 250? Do you mean the Flywoo or something else? You were in a bunch of videos and all of a sudden you went major solo on your channel. Oh, that's just a matter of scheduling. Like, to make a video with Rotor Ride, I have to like go fly down to Florida. And so when I can go down to Florida, I'll be in like 4 or 5 in a row because we'll film a bunch of them and then I'll come back and then I'll just be kind of on my own until the next time I get to go be with them. So I'm just adding, like, also contributing to their channel, not like trying to do one thing or the other, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm still a part of it, as far as I know. Just got into FPV and crashed my first drone today, but I learned so much, so I'm not too upset about it. I gotta send a message really quick, guys. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Let's see.
Oh, this is gonna be real interesting for the setup.
What's that?
Oh, never mind. I'm lying. I thought I did something weird. Alright.
Let's see. Scrolling. Okay, I'm skipping down to the end. I'm so far behind. Are these the hands of Andy Shen? No, those would be dainty little hands, not Winston meat gloves.
Meat cleavers.
Meat cleavers. Okay. Naked GoPro sounds so randy. Well, my name is Paul, so. Are we going to see some juicy flips? Probably not with a Squirt. What happened to your monster DIY electric skateboard? I built one too, but with a custom 10S 3P 18650 stack. It became winter. That mechanical keyboard, yes. I keep getting hate from the local oldies. They're mad that I can fly pretty well, but I haven't had a major crash yet. Empire FPV, yo, Nerk, what's up? What's up? Is that a 3-inch build? Yes. Ish. Hey, Nerk, when do you think the local racing meets will start again, or are they already happening? Some are happening, a lot less are. Hopefully more soon. The backpack you used when you lost the GoPro in the water. What? What? Can you break that down for me more? Sorry. What's your opinion on the new expected DJI FPV filming drone? Yeah, we'll know when we get it in our hands, you know. Isn't everyone a part of Rotor Riot? That's funny. Well played, well played. How much can I blame temperature for voltage sag? It depends on how the temperature of your batteries are. Okay, so Winston is now tinning up the flight controller. We've got the Caddx Vista kind of in place to figure out about how long the wires need to be. And then we need to be able to run all of the wires from the Vista into the flight controller, but we can't use the plug. We should use the plug anyway. Let's do that. Can you solder the, like, just cut the plug in half and just solder the wires together? Yeah, let's do that, because then all of the configuration should be the same too, you know.
I mean, they should. There's.
Or are the pads there as well?
That's what I was assuming. The pads were here.
I haven't looked at it that closely. Maybe they're on the bottom or something.
The video might not be.
What I'm worried about is that the voltage reg is not there.
I'll just run the plug.
Okay, yeah. So we were gonna be using the. I would actually just cut the plug and solder it straight to the Vista if it's long enough.
It's not.
It's not? Well, hold on then. I literally just threw one away. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
It's a 6-pin. It's a good call.
How many squirts in total do you have? More than 10? No, I only have 3. Squirts never break unless you dump them in ice in the water. But yeah. Sharp blade with a point. There should be a Exacto in the yellow container to your left. I think it was in Iceland losing the GoPro. That was the FPV Heli Pack by Think Tank. Any lay drib collabs in the near future? Probably. How do you like the latest Rotor Ride episode? Yeah, I was a part of that. I loved it. It was great. Yeah, there we go. Who was that was complaining about me not being in Rotor Riot videos? Wait, what are you doing? Does those need to move?
This is 6-pin. This is 8.
What? Oh, that's for a... Okay, hold on. There's gotta... Wow.
It'll take moments. It'll take 60 seconds.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Let's see. But yeah, I was just in a Rotor Ride episode on Monday, like yesterday. Hey, cool videos. You prefer flying DJI or analog? DJI for anything that's not racing than when racing analog. Was watching Potato Jet, was so happy to see you help him. He is now obsessed. Yeah, he really is. He's flying more than I am probably right now. How many squirts? Oh no, I already answered that. What FC is that? Is it a T-Motor 1? Yes. It's a T-Motor F7 HD was the name of it. Have you ever broken quads on set? Probably. Depends on what I'm asked to do. Like, sometimes I'll just tell him, like, yo, I'm probably going to smash this. Trying what you want. Is that okay? Yes. Okay, go for it. But I've not smashed any, like, expensive drones, just like GoPro drones. Do a video with Rotor Riot flying a drone with a keyboard, like I said last time. Oh, yeah. What's good? Come rip with us in Cleveland again. I would love to, but I can't go anywhere right now. UK just went back into lockdown for 6 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Boris. 6 weeks. Let's hope couriers keep working. How many quads can you build in 6 weeks? I mean, it takes me, what, like 2 hours to build a drone typically, assuming I have parts. So, 6 weeks. Oh, that's going to be some math. I don't want to do math. 12 a day. It's 12 a day. 7 days a week is 7 times 12. 70, 84 times 6 is just shy of, it's probably about just over 500 in 6 weeks. Yeah, you should be able to build 500 drones in 6 weeks. Get on it. Hey Nurk from Providence, Rhode Island. Hey, what's up? Please tell DRL to put AI vehicles to practice tracking. What do you mean? Is there any way to get the DJI FPV controller to stop vibrating after 5 minutes of inactivity? I don't know the answer to that question, actually. I've not tried. When are you field testing the new red camera rig with the camera on top? Yesterday. I have problems with F4 version. Let me know if the flight controller is reporting AMPRA. Same here in Germany is lockdown extended until February. Jeez. Randy Scott Slavin. Nerd. Randy Scott Slavin is the, well... The man, the myth, the legend is now partnered with Airviews for the New York City Drone Film Festival, I guess, is maybe the best way to say it. How do you call yourself right now, Randy? On the Hero 9, it's 5K wide with real steady worth doing, even though it's super wide. Or should I stick to 4K 4x3? I would go for 4K 4x3, to be honest. More good information than I was expecting. Sounds good. I'll open a store. What? Is a 4S 2 amp hour heavy, too heavy for a Cine Whoop? I don't know if it's too heavy, but it probably would be a little chunky. A little bit chunky. How big of Cine Whoop? It's just shy of 3-inch props. So because we're using basically old parts, we don't have like our original pieces and bits with us. Winston's having to kind of make this cable out of longer cables. So you wouldn't normally have to do this part. You should, with the T-Motor F7 HD flight controller, you get cables that go from the DJI Air unit straight to the flight controller, and because we don't have... Oh, I asked about the amount of quads you could build in 6 weeks. I mean, if you could sell 500 quads, yeah, let's do it. I'm in. What was I saying? I was in the middle of saying something. Anyway, so Winston is having to kind of remake this cable, unfortunately, but it's gonna be... It's a quick process, and it's just something that we are having to deal with right now instead of usual. Martin McFly, $3. I think that's pounds, or is that euros? God, I don't know. Hold on, I gotta Google this. Symbol for euro. Okay, that's pounds. The other one was euros. Ever tried using lithium ion packs on your 3-inch Shendrone? No. I don't think it's going to have enough power. I think the Squirt is pretty power hungry. So, Anthony Bailey, you can borrow my name for this store if I get 40% of all revenue. You think about doing an in-depth build explaining all the parts and how they work? Yes. Look for my video on Wednesday or Friday. Probably Friday. Dude, I would literally offer a build service with no margin if that were a thing. I love building quads. I think you would get tired of that real quick. Team Motor 1507 or Brother Hobby 1507 motor for Cinewhoop. I think that they're both going to perform within an untellable margin the same, meaning they're going to be exactly the same as far as you can tell. I'm building a 5-inch drone and want to use a Spectrum flight controller. Can you recommend one for me? What do you mean Spectrum flight controller? I think we're mixing some things really quick. I'm going to turn you over to Winston so I can go get some more coffee. I'll be right back. You're hot.
I mean, I can't see any of the comments, but I'm having fun over here. So I got the VTX cable lengthened on a longer one here. Going to get it set up for the right length for the Caddx Vista. I want to make sure I have a little bit of extra, but not too much, to make my job that much more difficult. Should be pretty straightforward. This is only the second DJI drone I've built. The other one was with Paul, so it's pretty straightforward though. Nothing too different that I've noticed. Definitely need to get some of these for sure sometime soon. Yeah, this is kind of odd doing a build with a lot of people watching because I know I'm going to see something about it later. I'm just not going to read the comments. But yeah, hopefully I'm doing alright. Hopefully nothing too drastic or dumb going on here. Alright. Luckily these wires have real nice silicone on there, so I don't need wire strippers to get them where they need to be. Sweet. Thankfully my eyes are pretty good.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, we're back. We back. Ugh, what did I miss?
Not too much.
Not too much. Why am I putting headphones on? I can't hear you when I do that. Because these JBL Quantum ones are so good. Winston's mic is crackling. Loose connection. I think it has something to do with the HDMI going through like a bunch of HDMI repeaters and stuff. You're doing fine, Winston, even though you can't read the comments. On-screen chat is stuck. Oh, interesting. Refresh. Trying to fix it, guys. Sorry. It's my first time getting it to work through OBS on YouTube. It's like, it seems like the Streamlabs is disconnecting from YouTube or something. Oh, we're down to 3 dislikes. Dang. Bunch of savages. I'm looking away for a second, guys. Sorry. We gotta hit that $100 mark if you want to blow some caps up, though. Just saying. Oh, we got 4-minute average watch time. Nice, guys. Thank you. Let's see. On-screen chat is stuck. Yeah, it's still stuck. I don't know why. I feel like I'd have to restart the stream to get it to work from here, or based on what's going on. So, I'll just hide it for now until I see it come back. How many people are wearing their sexy Eddie Bauer pants like Nurk? Are these 3100 or 3600 kV? So these are 3100 kV motors that we are testing out. So I don't know if it's gonna work. Dang! And as soon as I say we're getting dislikes, we're down to 4, -4. Oh, and Amazon's here. You can hear the dogs. Been here since the corny disco music in the beginning. Nice. Bjart Sorensen. Hi, Nurk. Hi. Was that Amazon or was that something more exciting? I don't know. All right, Winston, what are we doing over here? Still wiring. So you have the plug for the HD hooked into the Caddx Vista. No, sorry, into the flight controller. And then because the Caddx Vista doesn't have a plug, we have to direct solder each of the individual wires into the Caddx Vista to make the connection between the flight controller and the Vista.
And these things are nice. They have the little metal on the side that you can solder to, so it went straight up.
Okay. Yeah, so Winston's saying that he's basically able to wire the wires in at a 90-degree angle to the back of the Caddx so that they go straight up instead of straight out and then around. Why do you think you get dislikes? Haters gonna hate, dog. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't think about that.
Finley, what's up? I still haven't sent you a video. I'm sorry. Our 2306 1900 kV 5S good for the Ichabod Junior? Yeah, that'd be fine. Excuse me. We're good. I made it. I'm awake. I swear. Dun, 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 dun. That soldering iron has been disrespected? What do you mean? Is it because Winston touched it? Touched by a ginger.com? Hi from Costa Rica. Gave you a like to compensate for the one dislike. Nice. I always wanted to go to Costa Rica. Are 4K cams with onboard DVR good compared to GoPro? Nothing is good compared to GoPro. Just nothing. Sorry. If you and Winston are in Louisville sometime and you want to fly, I'd love to meet with you and fly with a pro and his dope-ass right-hand man. Tell him to hit Tony Wells up. Will do. Oh, you're the guy with twins, aren't you? Twin girls? That's right. Jeez. He gets disliked because he has mask beard. It's beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you ever fly analog anymore? Yes. Some background music? No. West Side, what's up? Hey, Nurk, you ever built or flown a hydrophobe frame? I have built and flown a hydrophobe frame. It has not seen a lot of action. I need to kind of touch it up and get it. VH hitting my work blocked touched by a ginger.com. You weren't supposed to actually go there. Jeez. Sony makes a 1-inch sensor action cam. Is it any good? FOV isn't wide enough and it has really bad rolling shutter. How do I go about slamming my shin bone? Oh, shin drone? Dude, you should get a 3D printer. Never. I refuse. You're invited to Costa Rica. Bring a nice drone. I'll bring a few. If nothing is good compared to GoPro, how does Insta360 compare? Let's see. Where I would use a I would sell work with a GoPro, but I would not sell work with a Insta360, if that makes sense. Okay, so Winston has put the flight controller on, hooked up the cable, and is now just screwing on some nylon nuts to make sure that the flight controller is kind of locked in place, but he's not going to push it on so tight that it's squishing the little rubber O-rings that are kind of between the flight controller and the thing. So if he kind of grabs the flight controller and kind of tries to shake it around a little bit, it should move just like an imperceivable amount to try to get rid of the any kind of vibrations that are added in by something being out of place. So GF just got me a Diatone Tay-Can for Christmas, which action cam for cine whooping. I haven't bought a GoPro since the Hero 4. GoPro. Opinion on Racer Star. You lost me at Racer Star. Sorry. What do you think about the Holy Bro Tekko 32? I don't know. GoPro Max is dope. I haven't tried. We played with the. What was the original one? GoPro Fusion. But I haven't tried a GoPro 360 camera for a while.
You need to get that Max mod for the 9.
Yeah, I do. I thought I ordered one. I don't know where it is or what's going on, but I don't know about my Max mod. Is there any problems with flying on commercial airlines with FPV batteries? No, just you have to carry them on. That's the only thing. So you cannot.
Guidelines for like fireproof bag.
Yeah, there's.
For the leads in a certain size.
Yep, each airline has their own kinds of restrictions, but the airlines don't look at what's in your bags, right? It's only TSA. And TSA only cares that you're under 100 watt hours max and that the total and that they're carried on, not checked. Is Winston building live or a video? Winston is building live. If you have anything you want him to do, let me know. He'll dance. He won't dance. He'll dance if he wants his paycheck this month. I gotta say, I did what I was not supposed to do and used the PS4 controllers, and now it's useless. Seriously though, why not iPhone 12 mini for professional work? That's not a bad idea. I mean, it's a great little camera. I don't have. It's expensive and more fragile. That's for sure. Paul, you need to get a Laytrax Teton or Pre-Runner. We have been having so much fun with them in Indie Micro FPV. Wait, Indie Micro FPV is happening? I haven't seen any notifications. Also, what's a Pre-Runner or a Laytrax Teton? 18th scale?
I think. I'm asking.
You doing that down on the south side or up here? Is using GoPro Max Mod cheating? No, nothing's cheating. International security didn't even want to look inside my bag with all my FPV gear. Yeah, about half the time I go through the airport, nobody even opens my bag, which is weird. Have you been to Australia? No. I would love to go. Can Winston flip me the bird? Yes. That was from The Ringer, 1976. I ran Max Mod the other day, but honestly, it's kind of crappy. I'll be doing more testing. Okay. Westside is a guy to trust with Go. Like, he has tons of shots in the GoPro $1 million challenge. So he definitely can be trusted with GoPro recommendations. So I'm curious to hear more about what he's seeing. So go check out Westside. What was that?
Nothing. That'll work.
Okay. A little stretched. That's good. That'll be fine. No, get a Losi Mini B. Yes, at NDRC.
Yeah, get a Losi Mini hands down. I have the Desert Buggy. That's the one I drive all the time.
Okay. What's a Losi Mini cost?
I mean, $250 or less, and it's brushless all-wheel drive.
$250 or less? I could swing $250. That'd be fun.
There's parts availability and upgraded parts for days.
Oh, I want an RC car so bad.
We can go back down, hang out at the hobby shop after work some night again. That was a blast.
Have you been to Switzerland? Yes, I have. Winston's hands are magnificent, but the quad is a little out of focus. Yeah, he's kind of an amateur filmmaker, so Doesn't know much about cameras.
Do you have really long thin screws for the Cadex Vista that go the whole way through to hold it? Oh, VHP, sorry.
Yeah, just VHB it. Winston is the true hero. he goes, is Winston doing all the work? He absolutely is.
I'm cool with it, man.
Although I'm trying to keep up with chat. I honestly think I'd be more calm trying to build a drone than I would be trying to keep up with you guys. Use that stimulus, bro. That's how Big Daddy Trump wants me to spend my stimulus check is buy RC parts. Do you guys carry the Losi at the hobby shop?
Yep.
Mini?
Oh, yeah.
You have that Emax car, no? Yes. Mini B or Mini T is only 150 for brushed variation.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean? Oh, yeah.
Brush motor.
I got you. This is like ASMR for me. Nice. I've got some awesome buckled floors at the warehouse to crawl on. That's awesome. I wouldn't have even thought about that. 6'7". What's up, Nurk Winston? Peace from Alaska. Where'd she go? I don't know. I'll ask her.
I wish we could go to Alaska.
I want to go to Alaska so bad. I like to know a good site app for no flight zones in Switzerland. I don't have that information. Australia is the place to be, mate. Lol. Crikey. Do you think the industry will shift in such a way to accommodate for remote ID? Yes, I do. For example, would it be pretty nice if GoPro released a similar product, the Insta360 Go SMO? I don't know if they would. It's still such a small market for them, you know?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think about this drone so far? Is that looking pretty good? We got the, you want to go to close focus and just hold it up? Yeah, okay, cool. I just subbed. What's up? Thank you very much for subbing. Appreciate that. We're over 200 likes and 200 viewers at the same time, guys. That's awesome.
I'm all the way in.
And then just hold it up close. Let's inspect Winston's connections. Did you do the connection between the flight controller and the ESC?
Oh, shit.
Okay, I was about to say. It's like that's going to be like the longest part. So let's look at everything else. So Winston, so what's wrong right now, Winston? Hold on. Go.
All right, so I got everything done except the flight controller to the ESC wire, which I got to get that on there. So I got to take the flight controller back off. But other than that, I mean, this thing's looking all right so far.
Motor wire's looking good. That drone is a work of art. Yeah, he's crushing it. Except
It's a lot nicer than a Nerf build, let me tell you.
it's a lot nicer than a Nerf build. Wow. Yeah, West Side says missing the ribbon cable. Yep, completely. That's funny. What do you look for when chasing? The thing that I'm trying to chase? How do you chase? Just think about the background as much as, like, get the thing in frame and then think about the background and try to make it look really good. It's kind of just finding any kind of angle that's not just straight at the back too, right? Like if you can get on the side, if you can get in front, do all that kind of stuff, that's the way to go. We have hot birds too. Does bird mean bird? Does bird mean aviary when it comes to Australia or something else? I'm guessing not birds. Nurk, how's life? What's up? Why not pin to pin ribbon both sides? So this is a mismatched stack. So it's a T-motor flight controller and a Hobbywing ESC. And they're both kind of old, so I don't have like the original pins and everything. So we just kind of have an old cable to use from the Hobbywing ESC that we're just going to direct solder to the T-motor because it does break out each of the pads, which is really nice. So, is there going to be a girl in the thumbnail? Probably not. Have you tried the 8-blade Cinewhoop prop? No. I've only tried up to 6 blades. Didn't even know there was an 8-blade until yesterday. Edison FPV, hello. Kyla, come here. We need a dog break. You still here? Come here, bud. Up. What are you chewing on?
Chasing spiders or something.
Come here. Up. No, not. Okay. It looks like you're talking to the mic right there. What do you think, sir? He's a good boy. Face swap Winston with Cardi B. Boom, problem solved. What? Nobody wants to see that. Pup is the real reason I showed up. Well, I'll go get Kira. Kira! Kira! She might be locked in the bedroom with Rachel. Liquid FX wants to know what hobby shop. Can we say that? Asylum Extreme. It's across the river in Shelbyville? Clarksville, Indiana. And if you want to see Winston, you got to come on Sunday. Stay. 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 Put your head up. They've taken over. Girl, stay. Stay. Stay.
Looking for drones, you got a dog show.
Well, I gotta get the picture. Stay.
Headphones and everything.
Stay. I know. You're almost done. Stay. Up here. Hold on. We need the vlog content. Alright, so we're doing a live stream right now with Winston's building a Shendrones Squirt, and Kira has taken over the live stream right now. Thanks to JBL and everything. Let's get it. It's a good girl. I gotta get one more picture for JBL. Wait. Okay. Good girl. Let's see. I'll be there Sunday afternoon if I get a few and say hi. Sunday afternoon work for you, Winifred? He'll be there. Thanks for pretending not to be able to help Don Lads and causing me to feel useful. I know I can help. I just can't do it live. Imagine what the dog thinks at the moment. Yeah, she's a good girl. At least you still looked happy racing, DRL. Captain Vanover looked like he was very upset. Got no comment. Nothing to say. Just happy to be here. Dogs are fighting now. Best durable bone for a German Shepherd. We buy buffalo horns. Those are their favorite by far, and they don't break ever. What are the pros and cons to more blades and props? More current draw, quieter. You trying to run 500 miles this year? Not currently. I should be. Favorite cam with decent audio? Buy any DSLR or SLR, like a Sony mirrorless, and then put a Rode mic on it for $50 or whatever. Hey guys, blowing up any more capacitors today? I will blow up capacitors if we get to $100 in super chats. And probably only one, because I don't know how many more I have. I'm going to go buy some. Does the TS100 get hot enough for battery pad soldering? Definitely. I've done some huge solder joints with the TS100.
I recommend 6S though for that.
But we recommend using a 6S battery. So Winston is currently taking all of the wires from the speed controller and individually hooking them up to the pads on the flight controller. Normally this would be done with a ribbon cable where like there's one plug on each end. But this one is just old and we don't have the original cable, so we kind of had to fabricate it a little bit.
Can you look up the schematic for the Hobbywing ESC?
Yes.
Or actually, here, hold on.
Oh yeah, there might be one in there. Yeah. Here's a knife.
It's open. That's where we got the old capacitor from.
I meant camera with decent audio for flight footage. GoPro, I guess. I just picked up a Meteor 65 and put Project Mockingbird and Emu Flight on it. And Emu Flight? Oh, yeah, okay. Having a blast with it. Whoop season is in full swing. I'm still flying outside. I'm swimming in rivers. They don't need to be outside. Paul, you excel at covering the chat the best, probably. Well, it's because I'm not actually doing anything but reading chat. Because I'm a lazy bum. I can't wait till we get this thing done so we can do some flying, though. I've got the DJI Smart Controller, and we can plug it into this HDMI setup, and we can be able to have the live stream 1080p stream pumped into you guys, and then we'll be able to fly around the house. So, actually, I'm going to take a break, turn it over to Winston so he can kind of show you what he's thinking about over here, and make sure that I get some batteries charged so that we can do some live streaming flying when we're done. And here's Winston.
Cool. So what I'm doing now is just making sure I got everything wired up right. I want to make sure I don't let the magic smoke out. I'm going to make an assumption here, don't tell Paul, but that should be the ground and 5 volt. 5 volt down there. And this is actually not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Being a used flight controller, you got like the flux runoff that kind of makes it hard to read the screen printing, but I'm making it work, and thankfully my eyes are decent.
Don't tell me what?
Nothing. If it goes up in smoke, it's your fault.
Okay. Wait, what?
All serious, I'll probably confirm that before I let the battery get plugged in, but we'll see. This is looking good. Nice little plug and play. Yeah, this will be a good squirt build. Looking forward to it. Get these in. Nice fresh ducks. These things aren't all torn to crap and covered in grass like someone's usually is.
Hey, at least I fly mine.
Yeah, he does. My squirt's all like pieced together parts and hand-me-downs, but it works. It's got me paid for. Alright, got my ducks ready.
Quack, quack.
But yeah, do you mind looking up a schematic? That's the 60 amp, the newer version. This is the older one.
Oh, okay.
I
So what version is this?
The
G2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Hobbywing G2 stack.
Gonna double check the wiring because I don't feel like doing this twice if I can help it. It is fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if my mic's going or not.
It is.
Hopefully it's not crackling. Yeah, this definitely does not look like a Paul build.
Huskarya? Is it 60 amp? Must be 60.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the V3.
It's not sold anymore, so I might need to do a Google
I know,
search.
I'm trying here.
Yeah.
What the heck? Hobbywing is currently unreachable. Great. What the heck? No, I guess I can't.
Hey, chat.
Yeah, sorry guys. What's the question? I might be able to just...
Just the wiring diagram for the ribbon, or like the connector. Just want to make sure, from what I understand, it should be 5 volt and then ground on the 5 volt right in the center, right?
5 volt Yeah, it's a G.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, there's also a ground on the other side, so you just count on this one and cut the other one too.
Well, there's a battery. Battery voltages go into the flight controller as well as the ground.
Okay.
That's why.
Gotcha. Cool. I verify that won't blow up. Be nice if the camera was zoomed in a bit. We could put a zoomier lens on there too if you want. But we're almost done with that build part, so. Okay. I always Google, pin out, and sort by pictures. What do you want, Kylo? Don't look at me like that. So, what are you guys building right now? What is everybody else? What is everybody in chat working on? Whether right this moment or just in general. Curious to hear what you guys are up. Yeah. Gotta go. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mr. Finley. Off to work in 30. Thanks for the new background entertainment while I do CAD. Nice. Have you talked about connecting the Vista straight to 6S? No. Just finished an RC plane. Nice. Long range quad. Nice. Squirt. Perfect.
Can I fly your plane?
Gnarly. Yeah, Winston wants to fly your plane. I would not let him if I were you. See that plane right there? That was a victim of
both planes up there.
yeah, both they can't see both of them, but yeah, one of them is definitely a victim. Python web scraper. Nice. FR7 2S toothpick. Getting an Apex. No, you should get a Nerk edition Bang God. Can I use Kiss on a Squirt? Yeah, probably. Replacing my GoPro 8 lens. Interesting. Is that a pain? Is it on an 8?
The repair kit you get from Pyro actually comes with a little pry tool.
Oh.
To pry the one off. It recommends using a heat gun.
Okay.
The adhesive. No, I wouldn't want to do it on set, but
Cool. That's good to know.
and it's only $20.
$20 to replace the GoPro cover or screen or lens, whatever. Yeah, nice, sick. Have you or would you connect the Vista straight to 6S? I don't know if is it 2 to 6S. I always have it go through a regulator, so like whether it's a 12 volt regulator or through a like the flight controller that we're using, the T-Motor one, has it routed all the way through to through a big ol' I think it's a 9 volt regulator. So yeah. Tiny trainer kit just delivered. Nice. Prototyping a mobility as a service app and building a 5-inch 4S and a Squirt. Nice. Just built a 6S Flynoceros frame. Sweet. What's the frame called with the front and rear plates / bumpers? You'll have to be more specific. Hi, Nerk. I'm building a self-designed 2.5-inch pusher. Interesting. Nice. Waiting for a top plate for my 5-inch broke the other day. Bummer. Vista is okay 6S, but not the air unit. Oh, okay. So the Caddx Vista can go to 6S. The standard air unit cannot. Got it. I came back to FPV after a 4 years hiatus. I just built an Armadan Marmot with a shark bite. I'm scared to fly it. Why are you scared? Get out there and crash. Just crash once and then you won't be afraid to crash again. Best way to spend a few hours after a 10-hour day. Yeah, hopefully you have a couple beers or something. That's rough, dude. My UFL connectors just came off of my Crossfire. That's the worst. What's your plan for the season, Nerk? Raise my firstborn son and do everything else I can. Wait, what? How many fellow coders in this chat? How many of you guys are programmers? I would imagine a good chunk, or even like part-time, like fun programmers. So now we're putting on the ducts on the Squirt. It can be a little tricky to get them on. Like there's a really tight tolerance between the standoffs that are on there and the things. And you also want to make sure that the wires coming off the motors don't get pinched between the carbon fiber and the duct. And so, yeah, Winston is just pushing the screw on through the standoff in the bottom of the duct. Have you played Velocidrone Combat yet? No, I haven't had a chance to try it. Can you recommend a starter drone without having it end up on a shelf because it is so cheap? Yes. Get a Shendrones Squirt from Rotor Riot. And use an affiliate link. Lots of me's and game encoders. Yeah, tons of code guys in here. No smoke check before the ducts. Yeah, Winston is that confident in his build. Although,
Smoke check with the ducts on.
can we reach the USB? That might be useful before we put the ducts on.
You're right.
Okay, yeah, you can put one side on. That's fine.
I mean, let's just do it.
This chat just got beautiful because of the coding, I think. Interesting. I'm a recruiter. Never thought about sourcing devs in here, Paul. I'm going to take my headhunter fee right here. So anybody that you pull out of my chat, that's going to be $2,000.
Do you have a smoke stopper?
I don't know where my smoke stopper is right now.
Okay,
Just plug in the
power.
so the cable that I have right here is off of a power supply, so it's capable of probably pushing out like 20 amps, which is probably enough to blow something up, but it's more likely not to work. But we definitely recommend that you guys use a smoke stopper, which is a piece of electronics that will keep you from blowing up your electronics. So, can I get a countdown in the chat?
Did I do it right?
Did Winston build this drone successfully, or is it about to blow up? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ah! That looks good. Sounds good. Do you see any smoke there, Winston? Waiting to see. Oh my gosh! What is that smoke? Holy crap! Definitely wasn't Winston hitting a fat rip on a vape. Is the Caddx Vista on?
Yep.
There's no Rotor Riot link. If you want the, shoot me an email. I'll get you the Rotor Riot link. I promise. Shortly after this stream. We got lots of hoorays before the smoke came out. It looks awesome. Okay, so here's the USB.
Micro.
Oof. All right.
Need battery power?
Do I need battery power? I
I guess we will eventually.
eventually will. Let's start without it. Fire! Not exactly. All right, we're going to go into betaflight. Question for Winston, what's your favorite e-juice? Homemade. He literally vapes his own excrement.
No, I mean, I used to go to a store that was local, but they're not there anymore, so I'm looking for a new good one.
He used to go to a local store, now he's looking for something new local. Okay, so we've got ports. So the only two ones that are important in here, which port did the
Your 2 is the Caddx Vista.
the S-Bus or the...
Yes, both are hooked up to the Caddx Vista.
Yeah. But the S-Bus should be into one UART.
I'm letting you know I plugged in both the Caddx Vista. UART 2 is plugged into the UART on the Vista, and then the Vista also has an S-Bus and ground out, which is to the S-Bus and ground out as well.
So S-Bus must be...
Control, I'm assuming.
so it must be UART. I'm going to say it's UART 1.
Well, UARTs are probably for control, or the OSD
Oh, wait.
video, I guess.
I'm confused now. Hold on. T-motor F7 HD wiring. Looking. Standing by for image to load. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Let's see. UART 2 is TX and RX, and S-Bus is UART 5. Okay. So CRLX, UART 5, and then UART 2 is going to be our configuration MSP. Save and reboot. Money. Connect. Configuration. Ports. Okay, so that's all saved. So this UART2 configuration / MSP is the UART connection between the Caddx Vista and the flight controller. And then the serial RX is the connection between the Caddx Vista's receiver and the flight controller. Go into configuration. We do quad X. We're going to have the props be running in reverse orientation. I'll turn the accelerometer on so we can test something. And then we're going to run it on S-Bus with anti-gravity, dynamic filter, air mode all on. D-Shot 600. Good. Save and reboot. Now we're going to go back to the main page and make sure that nose is nose. So tilt forward for me. That's forward. Okay, so that's backwards. I think that it already had a 180-degree rotation on it. So we're going to go into configuration. Rotate the yaw back to 0. Save and reboot. Connect. Set up. Okay, now nose forward. Backward. Roll left. Roll right. Okay, so now that's set up right. Give me a yaw just to make sure. Yep, looks good. Okay, cool. So we got that set up. PID tuning. I'm leaving these PIDs. If you want to screenshot them right now, go ahead. And then I also have my rates put in here, which are 0.8, 0.7 on yaw and 0.8, 0.8 on everything else. Filters should probably be the same as they were. Which I don't think I even really said anything. Okay, so now we're onto the receiver tab. So let's test out the DJI controller connection. It's the one with the dog on it, I believe. So we're booting up controller. I do see what you see there as well. Oh wait, no, I lost you. Oh no, you're good. Just kidding. So doesn't look like it's bound, so we might have to bind the controller.
Just press the home button.
You have to push the button on the Caddx first. Should just turn color. Change the color. Is it even on? Yeah, there we go. Let's plug it in first. Good idea. Still not bound. So it should switch from one color to the other. Did you hear a drum? Now, hold the, you know what the buttons are? So the buttons are this button, this button, and then the wheel, all at the same time. Wheel in. And then once it goes, oh wait, we have to do the goggles first, I'm sorry. So turn off the controller. And then let's make that, I'm going to change this mic here. Sorry guys. Better call Bardwell. Dang, savages. Cam link, workbench. Okay. So we're gonna push the button on the air unit. It should turn red. So now it's in bind mode. And now on the goggles, I'm pushing the bind button, which is back here.
Can't see it.
It's okay. Now the goggles are bound. So now we push the button on the air unit again. So it's red. And now we do the bind procedure on the controller, which is push all those 3 buttons. It starts to beep. Maybe.
Dang, that was quick.
And now it's bound. Okay. So we're still not getting anything happening in betaflight. So I'm going to go ahead and mute that again. What desktop? The first thing we're going to do is go into our goggles. We're going into settings, and then we're going into remote. No, sorry. We're going into settings and then into device. Turning off auto temp control because I hate it. Excuse me. Tickle. Go into protocol, and we change the protocol to S-Bus baud fast. And that's a setting that we use to make sure that the connection between the drone, the drone and the controller is set to the fast update baud rate, which we do have set up. So now it actually looks like the controller is connected. So if we move the switches around or the controls around, everything is working. And I'm going to go into modes. Aux 1 is ARM, which is my standard ARM. Okay, cool. Let's go into motors. We're going to go ahead and I understand all the risks. So the props off, Winston.
Props are off.
Okay, here's motor 1. Here's motor 2. Here's motor 3. Here's motor 4. Okay, those are all right. Now,
What are we doing, regular or reverse?
props out.
Props out?
So which ones are backwards?
Props out?
Yep.
The front 2.
Front 2 need to be reversed?
Correct.
Okay, so we're going to disconnect. We're going to open BL Heli 32, I believe. This might not be 32. Go to COM 3, connect. Check for ESCs. Get all 4. Front 2 you said, so motor 2, we're going to go to the normal direction. Right setup. And motor 4, we're going to go to reversed, right setup. Disconnect. Open Bull Heli. Check that our configuration has props reversed. Yes. Motors. Understand the risk. Props are off.
Clear.
And throttle. Are the props now reversed?
Props out on all 4.
Cool. So, by that account, I would say that this drone is ready to fly. So, I'm going to disconnect betaflight. Can you disconnect the USB and then give it a test arm? I do have video in the goggles.
No, power back on. Alright, power second.
You have to wait for it to...
Yeah, it's
There we go. Awesome. Give it a wiggle. Yaw wiggle is usually the easiest way to tell. Yeah, look at that. We built a drone, boys. Okay. So, all we have to do now is put the ducts on and props on, and we're ready to fly. So, while he's doing that, I'm going to start getting prepped to do some live stream flying, which will be super sick. Well, actually, he'll need a minute, I think. Especially if those props are going to be a pain. What questions do you guys have about any of this before we keep moving on? Or questions about whatever. We've had 4,200 people stop by to watch. But only 200 people are still here? What's going on?
And I'm glad everyone's here that is.
Dude, the questions just popped off.
Questions?
Wait, what's going on? Why? My chat is like slowly updating. Like it's like way behind for some reason. I'm sorry, guys. You guys want to see Maiden in the garage? Last one went so well when Winston did it. Waiting for chat to finish updating. What's going on? I can't even describe it. This is hilarious. 242 likes. Let's go, boys. Love it. Like, I'm back to the countdown right now. Like, I don't understand why. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm sorry, guys. So Winston is still getting the ducts on. Nope, wrong one. Live stream. Here we go. Is this one up to date? There we go. Why not go to the latest betaflight? Because this one works. And I've got the freaking tune right. Going to the new version doesn't change anything, doesn't make it any better. Let's just stick with what we got, with what works. That's my opinion. 250 likes. Let's go. That's where it's at, boys. Live maiden flight, please. Can you make a video on how to tune the Shendrones Squirt? Me saying copy paste my tune is not a very exciting video. That's how. I know, but I don't know how to tune. I just kind of figured it out over time, and I got lucky. What do you need?
Shendrones battery squirt or
Straight above you. Let's see. Takes 2 minutes to put the ducks on a bumblebee. 20 minutes. Oof. Hey, can you get the Rotor Riot 3D printed Squirt camera mount STL file anywhere? I don't know. Is this a 4-inch drone or? It's a 3-inch drone. It's just shy of 3-inch, I suppose. Dynamic notch filters on that version of Betaflight? No. What's in your coffee cup? Coffee. Literally just black coffee. Can you make the ducks quack? That would be... That would quack me up.
Do you have a GoPro mount for this thing?
No, we're gonna skip it for now. Drone art production. Yo, what's up? We're making jokes to quack each other up, apparently. Man, 4,300 people have watched this. That's crazy. I wish more people would stick around and hang out, though. Let's go.
Really nice hardware kit.
Something on 4 or 6S? 4S. DD Black Coffee. What? Is DJI UART connection just for control, or is that for OSD as well? It's for OSD as well. No. It's actually not for control at all. It's just OSD and communication of, like, voltage. You are quackalaricious. Quacklaricious. I can't wait for the live flight. Live flight's going to be fun. I had to go to work on my truck, but I wanted to check back. Welcome back. We're almost there. I'm hanging out as a lurker. Nice. Faster Squirt pilot. Is that the right goal? Do you got a 3D printer yourself? No. What motors are these? They're Brother Hobby 1507 3100 kV motors. Dunkin' Donuts. It is Dunkin', actually. Yes. Wow. How'd you know that? And what? Do they?
You must have had like
They fit? Sick. Well, don't say that until you put all 4 on, because you never know. I never knew you could put screws into the Ethix tools. Yeah, Winston's a genius. He literally has like 40 screws in there. What time is it in your place? It's 4:22 p.m. So, was it 16:22? How many packs should we expect in live flight stream? I have to be done by 5:15, so we'll fly packs until we get to that point. Maybe put Winston on it. Who knows? If 2 DJI pilots are on 25 and same output power, what would cause one pilot to have the video issues when the other plugs in, not vice versa? Oof. I don't even know, man. Just stand further apart, maybe? What antenna for DJI do you use? For what part? For the drone or for the thing? Are the advantages of going to 6S build for a Squirt? I don't think there's really any advantages. For the for like 5-inch drones, I would say it definitely is a lot better. Does anybody know a good book or article where I can learn how to design a propeller? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, that's a very complicated question.
Didn't Wild Willie,
I'm here for the maiden role.
didn't Nick or Wild Willie do an aeronautics degree?
Something.
Something about aerodynamics of drones. That was a long time ago.
Any difference in PID tune for the Squirt 4S versus 6S? It should be pretty similar. That didn't sound good.
I mean, better than it did before. On the other one.
Fair play, fair play. You fly the DJI FPV drone yet? Is that one that's being rumored? Never mind the various tools and gadgets you need to be a drone pilot. I need a Winston. So say we all. I love it. Drone Mesh has a video on prop design. Oh, cool. 6-bladed props, thoughts versus the standard 3. Just did a video about it the other day. Go check it out. Easy question. How are you today? Tired. It's a lot to keep up with you guys, man. Model fluid simulation for prop design, not for everyone. You gonna grind it out up here? Okay, so Winston has the battery plugged in and props on the desk, and he's holding it down to throttle up the props. I wouldn't recommend doing this very often, but this is, again, running off of a power supply, so it's safer than Oh no. They're all 4.
Yeah, all for it.
Oh boy. So we've got to kind of grind down the props a little bit. They're just a bit. Well, here, let's try it on a 4S battery first, because they'll give a little bit more power. I got you. Scoot, 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 scoot.
And do you have any way to mount the FPV antenna other than just dangling out the back?
Yeah, we'll just dangle it for now.
Just thinking long term.
Those props are rubbing. Yeah, they rub. Oh gosh, when I was looking at the live stream and your finger was still in there, and then I heard it, I was like, oh god. Yeah, the idea with ducts is that you want the tolerance to be as low, as small as possible, meaning the props go right to the end of the ducts. But so sometimes you just end up having to kind of like rub the props out a little bit first. Does the 1200 milliwatt mod work on the Caddx Vista? I believe so. Okay, this whole time I didn't realize you all are in the same room. Yeah. So here's me. There's Winston. Here's Kylo. Kylo, what's this? Right here. What's that?
I guess you got your Dremel hand there to knock this out real quick?
Yeah, it's right there.
Or do you want to do the... So just throw these ones on that you have at work.
Let's just take the other ones. You can take the 5 bladers that are right there. Off the one that's on the wall. That'd probably be the easiest. How about a little sanding on the ducts? Yeah, ducts or props could work. Do you try floppy props in ducts? Not 3-inch ones. Dude, props off. High, roof, roof. Roof, roof, roof. Aren't they unbalanced after this? Yeah. It's not as big a deal on the Squirt, to be honest. Especially after real steady. I love your dogs hunting your drones. Yeah, well, we're about to do some dog hunting live drone streaming here. He does look like Kylo Ren. He can just flip it upside down instead of holding it. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Kylo's a cool name, Nurk. My puppy is called Ray. That's awesome. Yeah, my wife named Kylo. Come here. Up. Up. Hi, bud. Do you want a hug? Is that what this is? Does running those props when they're too long ruin the ducts? No, not at all. In fact, it actually makes it perfect. What do you think about the Ovonic battery? They're great for 4S. Dude, 250 people watching, 270 likes. Let's go.
I know we're about to bust some stuff.
It's like they're like it's about time to break some stuff. Yo, right? I know. I need the love. What are you doing? That's a beard kiss. I don't like the beard kisses. Ugh. G'day, mate. Big fan. Got any tips for DRL sim? Yeah. Fly with other people. Like make other people, especially, or like turn on bots, and be have to keep against, keep pushing it against other people. I have 2 English Cocker Spaniels called Mojo and Loki. Nice. I met a German Shepherd named Loki the other day. Yeah, you guys know that something's about to go down. That's why there's so many people here, right? Stop licking me, dog. You're the worst. Bum ba bum bum. What'd you do?
Put Panasonic on it for a second. Test fit it.
The what?
The Panasonic.
Oh, nice. Whoops have been fail-safing on 6S. Bummer. Fail-safing? Is it like browning out? What, it could be that, so like, power distribution boards are rated for watts. So if you go higher voltage, you're going to get less amperage out. So I wonder if you're getting like a brownout to where like the PDB can't keep up. I have a question about 3-inch 6S frame. I'm using the GEP RC something. I wasn't expecting a camera that big on such a small drone.
There it is.
Invitation is still open to come out to Humboldt and fly with me. Got your ticket. Would love that. Why?
Humboldt, California.
Why no T-mount? What'd you say?
I'd love to go to Humboldt, California.
Yeah, Winston wants to go too. Why no T-mount on the motors? Because I just have non-T-mount motors here. Greetings from Germany. Dankesche. Love your videos. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, Dankesche. Yeah. Prop info, please. These are 5-inch gem fan props. It's a 35 amp AIO. Oh, nice, Kyla. I have a Belgian Shepherd named Joy. Guess why it's her name? Because she's really grumpy all the time. Okay, so while Winston finishes up putting those props on, because it's definitely going to fly after this, I'm going to go ahead and get the live stream stuff working. So I'm going to go ahead and steal... Can I have your HDMI cable there? The green one.
Good to go.
Cool. You want to do a test hover? Or do you want me to hover it?
No, okay. Pretty quick, though.
Oh no, I gotta turn this upside down. Transform. Flip. Transform. Flip. Okay. FPV Live. We need the goggles are on. We need the USB-C cable. We need to kick Kylo out. Get it, Kylo. Get it. Get that drone. Get him.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, Winston's ready to hover. So, Kylo, out of the garage. Come on, bud. Alright. First props does not sound good. Can you fly it off the screen?
No, I'm gonna It's so delayed. Alright, too bad.
Let's see the maiden barrel roll.
No.
It's on 800.
Huh?
It's on 800. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh god! Nice. I think Kyla got the camera dirty. Nice. I'm gonna go put Kylo outside. You wanna do the maiden?
Sure.
It's all you. Here you go. Alright, so Winston's gonna do the maiden flight outdoors. You guys ready? Just chuck her out of the garage. Kylo's outside, so just don't let him get it.
Yeah.
That's too low. He's gonna get it. Just stay outside the fence line and watch him. Looks so cool.
This is so nice to be able to fly from your garage, man.
Right? We don't have to leave the door open every flight. Do you have voltage working?
Crud. I can't see that part of the screen.
Oh, okay.
I'm way too low.
UAV Futures is in here. Let's go. They're like tagging.
I'm gonna bring it back in case battery.
How do you get the quad's video feed into the PC? So there's a USB-C cable connected to his goggles, and then it goes into the DJI Smart Controller, and then it goes into the computer via Camlink 4K.
Almost got it back in.
Didn't realize that was your garage. Do your neighbors mind the drones, or are they cool with it? So you want to swap it out with one that's on the...
Yeah, I'll leave
flat. My neighbors are super cool with it. I've talked to all of them in the past, and they're just really on board with like what I'm doing. So like they know that I race on TV, and like some of them will even watch the races and stuff like that, and like talk to me after races. So it's yeah, no, they're super supportive of it. So as soon as you power that on, it should come back on the DJI system. Any second. Nice maiden. Yeah, that was a great maiden. Hit. There we go. Oh yeah, you have voltage working. That's good.
Okay.
Yep.
One of your balance leads is effed up on this.
Yeah, that one is a little messed up. All right, you guys ready for a pro? Just chuck it right out the door. I love it.
You want to throw a big plume of smoke up front for you to fly through?
What's that?
You want to throw a big plume of smoke up by the front door to fly through?
Nah, that's good. So I haven't actually flown these 5-inch blades. That wasn't just like a line of sight. These are pretty alright.
It feels pretty good. It's not underpowered, but there's no camera on it.
It's a little windy out there right now. Oh, we got a package. What's this? Is it Amazon?
It's like China.
Let's see how long Kylo takes to realize that it's over here. Probably not long. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Oh, that was close.
I love flying like right along the fence and like watching him run. There, buddy. He loves it too. He's just running ahead of the drone. It's so ferocious. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
If he was angry at you.
Yeah.
Camera tilt is really low.
Oh, yeah, just a touch above flat.
What's chat saying?
You get on up there.
Yeah, I can fly a drone like this all day. It's the DJI freestyle drone. Oh, in the package? Oh, yeah. No.
Yeet! Outsmarted.
Yeah, don't act surprised. You get packages probably every day. I can attest to that being...
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm curious.
Dog's probably so confused. Yeah, he is. So has Kylo ever caught the drone?
Kylo has not ever caught the drone. Kira has once.
Someone's asking, Mr. SBEVE, why do you use the DJI controller?
Simplicity. It's so easy to build a drone with it, and then it automatically works with the receiver, so I don't need to build a receiver into it. And then it, like, there's plug and play stuff in there too, so it's like, why not?
Yeah. And someone seems to be pretty surprised that the controller works all the way behind the house.
Oh, that's awesome. We need a Kylo FPV sticker, yeah, for sure. You want to go again?
No, I'm good.
Ah, all right. What else you guys want to see? We got a couple more minutes that we could be working with here. You guys want to see anything else fly? You want to hang out? You want to look at my bald spot more? Thanks, Winston. Appreciate that. See, right there. Ugh. Have drone land on keyboard. Your furball is well mannered and has self control. If she wanted, she could jump that fence. Yeah, they've only done it once, and it was like we were just like, oh boy. I mean, it's obvious that they could jump out of it, but like, yeah. Eric, what camera do you prefer to use for your YouTube videos? Tried the carrier drone with the red yet? Not with a red. I've done it with my Panasonic. Kind of the Panasonic.
Motors are nice and cool. Yeah.
It's cold out there too, so that's not fair.
Good.
Fly Racer 4. I don't have a way of piping the Racer 4 into this, so yeah. Well, maybe that's just a good place to call it. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up. You guys got any? Well, I'm not gonna say any final questions because then they all just come in. But thanks so much for hanging out with us today. It was a super successful stream. We got a drone fully built, got it all working. Really, really glad that you guys are here to hang out. It's been fun. Hopefully you learned a little bit or just had fun or, you know, got help from whoever helped Don Lads. So thanks very much, everybody, for being here. Hope you have an awesome day and stay flying.